Alright, so we're going to talk about a little bit about the apple before we start. Look at it. So what we're going to do is do layers. You start with yellow and orange, a yellow orange, and build up layer upon layer. Take your time. Pause the video as you need. Zoom in, whatever you need to do. Take your time. You don't have to keep it with me. Alright, so this is part 1. Alright, so we're gonna start with this one. We're gonna use crayons. So I'm gonna write crayons down on here. You don't have to, but I already have my grid, so go look if you need to. Every time we do this, we need to create a grid just to get us in the habit of proportion and size, shape and all that good stuff. If you need to go look at that video, go look at it again. I'll put it in the link below. I'm getting fancy with this YouTube stuff. And then I drew my apple once again. Go look at that video if you need a refresher. And so we're gonna start using crayons. And I think I have a little bit more because I have double colors. But there should be a pack of, I think, 16 in your pack, in your box, of just different crayons. Now, crayons you think of a kid's material, but they can be really cool if you use them in different ways. So I'm just going to pick out some colors that I think would work. Now I might change. I got a white, a yellow. There should be 2 different greens, like a lime green, a yellow green, then just normal green. I would have a yellow orange, an orange which is a little bit darker. Let's see, maybe a black, a red, and this red orange. So, and a brown. Let's do brown too. So that's a lot of colors. So we'll start with those. That's for the other ones we need to use. So I got a white, yellow, yellow green. You can look at the name on the side. It says yellow green, green, yellow orange, orange, red orange, red, and I have a brown and a black. So I have those colors that I'm going to use. Now, like I said, we might change, but that's the ones we're going to start with. Right. So, what we can do first is I'm going to erase my grid that is inside the apple. I should do this for the other ones, but I didn't. Just where it's nice and clean on the inside of the apple. Okay. So for the other ones, if I didn't do that, you need to erase the grid on the inside of your apple. Alright, so like the other videos, if you watch some of them, we're going to start building from lightest to darkest. So if you want to get your colors in a certain order, that's fine. For me, it really doesn't matter. So I'm going to start with yellow. I'm going to go on the right side of the apple giving it not a ton of pressure, just a light coating. I'm going to start this yellow-green spot. I'm going to go around it. Maybe on the inside just a little bit. Up here on the top left, there's a little yellow-green spot at the very top. And on the left side, I'm going to do the same, just a light, very lightly covering it with my yellow. So I did a light coat, or light layer of my yellow. And then I'm gonna go back, start going back with my yellow. This is yellow orange. Just do again a light coat, a light layer. Really, it's a layer, not a coat, because we're using crayons. So I'm going on the right side on top of my yellow. Around the bottom, the very bottom, on top of the yellow. On the left side, doing the same thing on top of the yellow. On the spot that's on the top right near the top is yellow greenish. I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm not gonna put any orange on it. Then I'm going to start coating or doing another layer over the whole thing. Just remember this really light highlight at the top left. And as I'm doing this, I'm going to start following the contours of the apple, especially at the top, around the stem. They're curved lines, they're not straight. So start taking notice of how those lines or the contour of the apple, and try to make your lines do the same thing. And so, like I said, this is a building up process. We're doing on top of each other every time to get difference in colors and layers. I'm going back with my orange. Remember not to press too much. If you press too much, it's hard to go back on top with another color. I'm still following those contours of the apple near the top. Along the sides, I'm curving my lines to follow the side of the apple. And as you start to build, you can start doing a little bit more pressure to get more of a deeper color, especially right here on the right side, on the top. I'm using red, orange. I start working in the middle. As you start building those layers, you can put more pressure. Alright, so that's going to be part 1, and then we'll come back and do part 2.